Okay, so very, very exciting. We are excited to start this journey with you, and there's so much that it's hard to put it in words. So, but this specifically, what we're doing here is we want to know and share what is meditation and basically how to meditate. So we decided to create a 3-class course, where this one is the first one, is very basic, very deep, and very simple. So you could only use this one. That would be enough. Then the second one will be an advanced, so that we really can go into that space. You need to already have practiced the first one for at least some time, a few weeks if you do it every day. So then the second one, advanced, you take your time when you're ready for it, but the advanced will be more about doing something within that space that you are now more able to stabilize yourself in. Then the third one will be like even more advanced, but in a different way, where we still have to decide, but now what's coming through, because we work with source, obviously, so whatever it's going to come through, that's what we're going to do by that time. So we don't know what it's going to be at the moment, but what we feel is that it will be with the 5 elements. So we will do a meditation very deeply and connect to the 5 elements. So yeah. So Tiamat, do you want to introduce yourself, or how did we get here? Or
why don't you introduce your background with meditation?
Okay, cool. So my background with meditation is I lived for 10 years in a Zen temple. So that is Soto Zen. It's Japanese, which comes from the teachings of the Buddha Shakyamuni about 2,500 years ago. And so those teachings have gone through India, and then through China, then through Japan. And so it's really like a very specific lineage there. And the master that I'm associated or affiliated to is Master Deshimaru, who brought it into Europe. And so I received my Zen ordination, non-ordination. My husband is a monk, and he's also a Zen master. So we're very connected to that lineage. But when I left the Zen temple where I lived in for 10 years with my family, our daughter as well, I disrobed. I was ready to, I've never worn the clothes or anything like that. I also took an ordination, or received an ordination of a bodhisattva. Then I realized I need to do this in a different way. So then I really dove deeply into the Sutra, Tantra, and Dzogchen of the Burn Buddhist tradition. One of my main teachers, I have several teachers, but my main teacher is Tenzin Wangyal Rinpoche, who has also written a lot of books that are amazing about dream yoga, sleep yoga, working with the 5 elements, all kinds of beautiful teachings that I've been following and receiving the transmission from, together with other people in groups and online, and really deeply dived into it. So it's a mix of, like, for example, when we do stillness, silence, and spaciousness, it will be from the Buddhist, Burn Buddhist lineage. When we go deeper into anything Zen, I will mention it. And then obviously I'm linked to other lineages, like the Egyptian one, like the Mary Magdalene, all kinds of other forms of meditation. But now we really want to go directly, go deep, and stay there. So yeah.
Beautiful. And I'll just share a little bit about mine and Hira's connection. So we met 3 years ago in Glastonbury in Avalon, under some Mary Magdalene priestess work. And there was a deep remembrance immediately for both of us. And Hira was actually saying she knew we were going to work together, even though I'd only just had my awakening. So I would just like to say thank you for living in that Zen temple for 10 years and for devoting the last 20 years of your life to very, very deep and serious meditation, so that you have allowed someone like myself to come along and to receive spiritual lineages, you know, in quite a short space of time, in a way that has accelerated my growth beyond anything I could have imagined. So thank you so much for that. And what a joy it is to be working with you now.
You're so sweet. And you're so amazing. And as we said already, like I knew we would be working together, and Spirit told me, or Source, Spirit, you know, it's more Source for me, kind of said like, yeah, but what's your goal? Huh? She's going to go very fast. And she's going to go way beyond anything you've ever imagined. And you're going to ask for, can you do a channeling for me, please? Can you guide me? So, and you've also been guiding me in a lot of healing journeys for the last years. So I think we're just meant to work together, especially when the dragons come together, and women like us carrying that dragon energy. We have been prepared for lifetimes. It's very much orchestrated, and so I'm just super excited. I'm literally having the chills. So I'm super excited, like everywhere on my body right now, to start and to bring it out finally.
Yes. Ready to ride.
Yeah, exactly. Amazing. So shall we, I guess we can just dive in, or do we want to get into anything? Okay, cool. So let's just let me just make sure that my sound is like perfect. So just mentioning that the meditation that we're going to do is based on 3 pillars, basically. So like in the Zen, for example, the 3 pillars are the body, the breath, and the mind. So the body, the pillar of the body is the posture. So we don't need to go too deeply into it, but I just want to mention it, that the posture that you're in is very important. So if you want to go as deep as you can into what the Zen people call the samadhi, the king of the samadhi, when you want to really go into the deepest place, then for sure you want to maybe sit with your knees on the ground and create like a pyramid with the base of your body. Have your spine a little bit straight, so that means that your base is going to forward, actually making a tiny little forward movement, that your back becomes straight and the 4 pumps in your body start to be activated. The last pump is actually here in your jade pillow, as the Taoists call it, which is the place in between your spine and your skull. So it's almost like you're exaggeratingly opening that point with your neck a little bit to the backwards. Of course, you don't need to. So now I'm sitting on a chair, I'm comfortable, and anyway, we're going to go deep in meditation. So this is not like you have to or anything. It's just like, if you do want to go deeply, then I advise, and you can hold your hands like this or like this, whatever feels comfortable, or in any other form that feels comfortable. What will happen is that when you do put your hands in a mudra, is that the different streams inside of your body, like the different channels that are connected to the different nervous systems, but also just basically channels in the body. We have millions of channels in the body. You're actually connecting them through, different shapes, different forms, different mudras. And you can keep it simple, What happens is that it's harmony, it's, it's different energies will come out of it. So, body. So that's body. Second, breath. So the breath really has to do with raising your consciousness or awareness through the breath. So what came through last time we were talking about this, and I didn't remember it for maybe 24 years, is that when I was sitting for the first time really learning about meditation in India, and I was sitting in two-way street, 4 rows of cars. It was amazing how the pollution was there. And Source guided me to sit there in the middle of the 2 rows, so it wasn't dangerous, but sit there in the middle of the pollution and meditate. And I didn't know how to meditate, and I was like, oh, I'll do it anyway, you know. So I'll sit down, and I was blown away by the pollution. And then just from Source, just guidance, just showed me how to, what I now call the Buddha breath. So it showed me how to be in the awareness of a Buddha, an enlightened being, which we all are, and just through my awareness change the breath I was breathing in. So I was breathing in pure energy. The pollution wasn't even there. Pure energy into my body. Not only through my awareness, the breath had changed, but also the breath that was going into my body was changed through my awareness. So it was like a double, you know, it's hard to explain, but what I'm trying to say is that the breath, what we are breathing in and into the body is extremely healing, like a medicine, and extremely important. We're just not aware of it. So we're breathing up until here, right? So we're making like that. But when you start to breathe into your heart, slowly breathing out the tension, and you start to breathe into your belly, and you start to breathe into your feet, into the soles of your feet, into your hair, into your nails, into all of that you are, then something beautiful happens, because we connect with our awareness to the body through the breath. So then you have all of them: body, breath, and awareness, or mind, or heart. So the third pillar of the Zen is basically the mind, you could say. So it's very simple. We just like we are just like an open sky, and everything that passes is like a cloud in the sky. So all the thoughts and all the feelings, they come up, they arise, and they let go or dissolve. They come up, they arise, and they dissolve. What we do usually is we grasp on the thought, or we grasp on the feeling, and we identify with it, or we want to do something with it, and then, you know, it becomes a whole thing. But if they just come up and go like clouds in the sky, that's as simple as it is, then we are meditating. Then we are in a meditative state, which we can do on a chair or while we're driving a car or whatever, right? So those are the 3 pillars. And we will go even deeper than that through what I just explained, through the Tantric, Dzogchen, and Sutra lineages of the Buddhism, where the Bön Buddhism, where you enter these 3 dimensions, because body, breath, and mind or heart are a separate dimension. The body is existing in a different dimension than the breath, and the breath is living in a different dimension than the mind. For example, try to grasp literally a thought or a feeling. You can't touch it. So it's literally a different dimension. So these 3 dimensions are always with us. So you can always do this meditation. You can't say, oh, I'm too busy to worry right now. This is not, we worry. We're not thinking we're too busy to worry. So that dimension is always with us. Same with the breath, it's always with us. If we don't breathe, we die. And the same with the body, it's always with us. So these 3 dimensions, you can always enter through the 3 doors. And those 3 doors are the stillness, the silence, and the spaciousness. And we will just experiment with it. We will experience it directly instead of trying to explain all this. But I think the main point of being like really simple about it is that we always go out through these doors, through the body by being chaotic, through the breath by just breathing very shallow, or it's also communication, right? Speech. So just kind of speaking from pain instead of joy or source. And also the mind by obsessively thinking. The Buddhists say 64,000 thoughts a day. Maybe it's a little less, I'm not sure about the number, but an incredible amount of thoughts. Just losing our energy. So we're draining our soul, we're draining our body, we're draining all of that we are through leaving those 3 doors. So what we're doing in this meditation is the complete opposite. It's simply bringing your awareness inside. Instead of searching, distraction, entertainment, whatever, even searching the highest goals or whatever, enlightenment, it's still, you're still going outwards and searching. So you're draining your energy. This is only about inwardly going inward and doing meditation. So yeah, I would say let's just do it instead, because this whole blah blah is not gonna, it's not making it. We need to feel it, live it, directly experience it. So yeah. You want to say something or ask something, or should we go in?
I think we're ready. Just two things that you often do normally suggest people do is the position of the chin and the tongue on the roof of the mouth, on the palate, can be quite useful.
Yeah, very good question. So the chin is a little bit in, then this opens already spontaneously, because you want the energy in the body to flow through different channels. So you have the central channel, which is straight from the middle of the head down through the perineum area, which is in between the anus and the genitals, like straight down. It's a very straight channel. And you have all kinds of kundalini channels around it. You have many different channels. So you want the energy to go from the back up through the pumps and go down again in the front. So the main like irrigation system, which gives energy to all of what we are, medicine really, to all of what we are. So how do you open those pumps? Really by opening this one and the one on the back. Those are the strongest pumps. So once that is open, you want to connect your tongue up on the palate, touching the teeth. You know, the other workshops that I give, we go in a different place doing the Tantra of the heart, but that's not what we're doing here. We're doing just like you're touching the teeth and you're touching the palate. When you do that, then the energy doesn't get blocked here, but it will actually go down again. So it makes up and down through the tongue. So the tongue, you keep it there. And if it's too much, then you can let it go. But if it is comfortable after a while, just relax the mouth, relax the face, and just keep your tongue there. And it will go by itself. You don't need to sit and be like, okay, energy up and energy down. It doesn't need to. It just needs your attention, your awareness, and then it will start flowing naturally by itself. Super. Okay. Shall we start? Okay, nice. So we will start with a bit of Tao, some of the Tao practices, linked to the Jing in the belly, the Qi in the heart, and the Shen in the upper part of the body. So then we feel safe and we feel the energy, we are relaxed, because a lot of people start meditation, they get tensed, but we don't want to be a meditator like that. So we can start with like kind of really feeling, seeing, sensing the body. You can make micro movements if you wish, but really feeling like, okay, I'm settling into my body and I'm allowing my body to kind of move, you could say, to not be too unflexible and being like, okay, I'm sitting here like this. So it's like, yeah, just allow this kind of, as if you're like a bamboo kind of waving with the wind. So just becoming really aware of the body, allowing it to relax fully. If you want, you can lift your shoulders a little bit, maybe 2 or 3 times, breathing in and breathing out through the mouth. Breathing in and breathing out. I'll do it the 3rd time because it's so comfortable. So we will start with soft eyes. So you can warm your hands if you wish and just put them slightly on your, very softly on your eyes. You can take your time. If you need, you can tap a little bit, EFT tapping like around the eyes, because we're not aware of it, but with our screens and our all of our devices, we have a lot of tension here. And we want to relax that tension completely. There's even muscles in the irises of your eyes, so you can really relax into a very deep relaxation of the eyes. You want to really have your eyes very soft. When you think you are already relaxed, there's another layer of relaxation and another layer of softening of the eyes. And another layer of softening of the eyes. And then include also your face, the jawline. That whole mask that we wear during the day, it's very useful, but now during meditation, we can just let it go. Just feel, see, sense this sense of dropping the mask and relaxing the muscles around the mouth, the muscles around the eyes, everything. Beautiful. So we will go into from the soft eyes, just enter your inner landscape through the soft eyes, turning the light inwards, moving into the head, feeling, seeing, sensing the middle of the head, knowing that you are there and is there, resting your awareness in this very specific location in the body. This very middle of the head is connected to all of the glands, the pineal gland. So many things are happening. When you rest your awareness in the middle of the head, there will be very subtle or very intense, depending on the person and the day and the intimate connection they have with their inner landscape. You can be very deep or shallow, it doesn't matter. We're not looking for an experience, we're just resting without expectation, without pushing or pulling, without willpower. So we're resting our awareness in the middle of the head, and this very subtle or maybe stronger prana will awaken from just you resting your awareness here. Now, this prana is connected to bliss or enlightenment. It's connected to the masculine, divine masculine energies of the sun, the golden light, or just white light, just light. So, whether you are experiencing this or not, it doesn't really matter. Because when you will be more familiar with this meditation, it will just spontaneously arise from the simple resting of your awareness in the middle of your head. Some of you might even feel an opening of the crown chakras. Just allow it. And then we will move into what we call the inner smile. So your mouth is still very relaxed, your face is still very relaxed, and you're creating an inner smile. So there's a smile in your inner landscape with your awareness going from one ear to the other, even bigger, going from fairy ears, the tops of your ears, one to the other, smiling. And what it will create within you in your inner landscape is that it will start producing healing hormones. But not only that, it will connect you to silence, a field of silence, or the existence or non-existence of silence, the source. So to be able to connect to that silence and being aware of it, we describe the sounds. So describe the sounds that you're hearing. Maybe you have any thoughts that is like a sound. Maybe there's the sounds of my voice or the sounds of your breath. Maybe there's the sounds of vehicles around your space where you're at. Maybe you're in nature. There's birds, rivers, whatever the sounds are. Maybe there's somebody in your house. Maybe there's electricity and like a fridge or an air conditioner or whatever it is. Just describe the sounds to yourself. And once you've done that, you are including the sounds in your meditation so you will not be distracted anymore. They are becoming one with you in the meditation. And when you go deeply into it, you will feel, see, sense, or know, or directly connect to the silence. The silence not as an absence of sound, but the silence as the field that is carrying the sounds. So let's go down through the throat, like it's really as if you're moving through an elevator. Your center of awareness is moving down to the heart space, and the heart space, just go where you are feeling that you wish to rest. So for some of us, it's in the front of the chest. Some of us, it's almost in the back. Some of us, it's in the physical heart. Some of us in the upper heart chakra, down heart chakra. It really is as you are guided to. It changes per person. It changes in the moment. You can even move into the sacred heart space, it's the tiny space. Whatever it is that you are guided to, rest there. So again, just your awareness resting in this very specific location in the body. Bring very different than the one in the head. The one in the head is the Shen. Now we are in the Qi. And the Qi is all about the connection to your source, the connection to yourself, the connection to the others. So you can feel, see, sense if you are open for it, if it resonates with you, that you can imagine this place where you are like a flower opening, like a opening from within. It keeps on opening. So you're opening your heart to the source, to yourself, or maybe to a loved one, or an animal, or a tree, anything you love, or the whole earth if you wish. But just know that you're not opening up for everything and everyone. You choose. You choose your safe surrounding where you feel that you can open that flower, within the flower, within the opening, like you're just endlessly opening from within. So beautiful. So just keep on opening from within. And I'm just going to speak to a very specific experience that some of you might have. So that once you're opening and you're opening further and further, we find a layer of pain where we close our hearts because of trauma, because of anything that happened this lifetime or other lifetimes. So when you open up like that, it can even physically or emotionally or mentally can feel painful. Now, this is a good thing. it's really a very beautiful experience because the pain wishes to express itself physically, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, whatever way it finds. And it might be so frozen inside that it never had any chance to express. So if it does express, just open to your pain and hold it in that kind of loving embrace. So you are the awareness, and the awareness is like a parent, like a mother or a father or a sister or a brother, really being open to that pain and giving it love and understanding, maybe even some curiosity, some openness, some compassion, self-compassion to that part of ourselves that is in pain and has been in pain for a very long time. So you can compare that to a child. The pain itself, whether it's physical, emotional, spiritual, mental, it really is like a child just wanting to be loved. Okay, now let's move down into the belly. So you're going down in the belly. And in the belly, again, you choose your own space where you feel comfortable, where you feel drawn into. You can choose 4 finger widths length under the belly in the Hara chakra. You can choose, which is really in the central channel. So the central channel on the height of the 4 finger widths down from the belly. It's really a very specific point of energy. You can go a little bit more to the front, like it could be like the womb place or the hara for a masculine body. The feminine body is the womb. The masculine body has also an energetic womb there. Maybe you're pulled in there. Maybe you pull to the belly button. It's a place where we hold a lot of tension, where millions of little nervous connections are coming together in there. Or maybe a little bit more to the back of the body, the spine. Wherever you feel called, the Taoists really stay in this, they call it the lower dantian, really in the middle of in between the central channel and the front of the belly, so in the between there somewhere. So again, just resting your awareness here is bringing this very subtle pranic flow, maybe strong. Maybe this one is much stronger for you. Maybe it's more fiery, with more power, you can really physically feel it. And that is natural because this space is the space of the Jing, the personal power, the manifested vitality. And you just resting here with your awareness will bring that out without you needing to do anything for it, except just, you can do an inner smile if you wish. And don't forget to breathe into the belly. Some of you will actually discover the more and more you will do these meditations, very specifically where we're going into, the more you will notice also during the day, oh, I'm actually carrying a lot of tension in my belly. I'm not breathing into my belly. So breathe into the belly deeply and breathing out all the tensions and stories and traumas out through the breath. And now we have activated the I force, which naturally comes when we have activated those 3 different pranic flows. So with your intention, with your awareness, we are feeling, seeing, sensing the I force. It is really like a very soft energy that you can now clean and clear anything in the body. purify it, energize it with this I force. So we will just, a moment, we'll just go into the kidneys just for a moment, feeling, seeing, sensing that by resting your awareness with that I force. So it's awareness, it's I force in the kidneys. You could say smiling into your kidneys. So you are now feeling, seeing, sensing this sense of your kidneys are breathing deeper. So it's a breath, we call it the dragon breath, which is in the kidneys itself. So you're breathing in I force, you're breathing in fresh prana, you're breathing in that beautiful, the Taoist will say, kind of watery, kind of cold almost, blue, light, water type of energy. You can imagine it, feel it, see it, sense it, or just let go if it's too much. Just breathing very simply into the kidneys. And then when you breathe out dragon breath, you steam out. Front or the back is more easy. Any tension that is held in the kidneys. What we don't realize is that most people have the kidneys cramped up in a continuous holding of energy, fear of death, fear of living, energy of stress. Anything we hold anything out with the dragon breath, leave. You can even hold your hands on it if you wish. I love that. So you just and if you, when you're breathing out a dragon breath, you can even make a sound, the Taoist healing sound of the kidneys. For women and cho for men. Chu for women, cho for men. Cho, chu. Really honoring the kidneys, thanking them for everything they're doing for us 24 hours on 24 hours. And feel as you are gradually grounding deeper into the body, also in that safety. In this moment in time and space, my body and I are utterly safe. Beautiful. So we will go deeper even now into the stillness of the body as the first door into our true nature. So we have been resting in the body, as the cells, as the blood, as the heart that is pumping, as the structure, as the bones, as the skin and everything. And within those millions of processes and beautiful energy that is created through the body, and that we are very grateful for. We will go deeper, so you feel, see, sense your awareness now connecting to your whole body as one elemental. Every cell, every pore of your skin, every nail, every soles of your feet, everything, that top of your head, your eyes, mouth, ears, everything. Breathing the awareness into the body. Every cell will respond like a child. The body is like a child, and you are the parent, the awareness. And they will respond with joy, because the awareness is so often focused on the outside that when it turns inward, every cell is happy. There is a response, there is an energy. So now go even deeper into that connection of your awareness with the physical body, into the stillness of the physical body. It's a very deep layer, energetic layer in the body, a very deep dimension of stillness. Connect to that stillness with your awareness. You could say dropping deeper and deeper into that stillness of the body. Everything becomes still. No movement, no change. Deeper and deeper into that ocean, you could say. And go even deeper through the stillness of the body into the stillness of your being. And there you hit the base, you rest your awareness here in that stillness of your being. And it's just pure space, unbounded space, completely empty. There are no thoughts, no feelings, no concepts, no ideas, no identities, no form, no shape. Just a loving embrace, you would say, of your being in that space. You are that space. And this space is filled with infinite potential. So it's not completely empty. It's nourishing you. It's healing you. It's connecting you to your true nature, to the source within. That's stillness. And the experience that there is no effort here. So if you feel any effort or disconnection, maybe you were thinking or something was happening, that's fine. Just become aware of that disconnection, that's all. Just become aware, oh, I've disconnected, and then you reconnect your awareness to that stillness. And there is no effort here. So if you feel any physical, emotional, mental, spiritual effort, you can drop it, because we are just resting here. We are not becoming anything or anyone. We're just being. Resting our awareness in the stillness of our being. So if this is recording, you can pause it here and just continue this for a while. And for now, we will go into the silence, the second door to our awakening, which is connected to our breath, connected to our speech. So just become aware of your throat area. Remember that inner smile, connecting to the silence, but we will go even deeper this time. Become aware that you are silent. And now connect your awareness to that inner and outer silence, but mostly the inner silence. Like, again, you're dropping very deeply into that silence. Through the silence of the speech into the silence of your being. And there is this very deep peace here. So you can connect to that peace inside. And again, we are resting in our true nature, resting in the source. So it's the same source as the stillness one. It's just we are experiencing it through a different dimension. We're experiencing it in a different way. Just allow the silence to work for you. So you're not, let's say, a person or a meditator that is trying to get in silence. It's the complete opposite. Just allow the silence to do the work for you. Just connect to what you already are. And resting in the silence or connecting to the silence of our being is really nourishing and healing and guiding us. So again, if this is a recording, you can prolong this much longer. But for now, we're going to go into the third door to our awakening, which is the spaciousness of the mind or the heart. So really bring your attention to your heart. If you want, you can, bring your hand to your heart and sense the sense of coming home in the core of the heart, of the being, of the soul, of the body. And really feeling, seeing, sensing that you're resting your awareness here. And if it helps, you can imagine like that it's the space like a crystal clear blue sky in the desert. And that your thoughts and emotions are like clouds in that sky. They arise and they dissolve naturally, spontaneously arise and dissolve if you don't interfere, if you just observe. Knowing that the sky is never bothered with the clouds, never bothered with the biggest volcano or storm. And the blue sky is always the blue sky, is always able to contain, is always able to observe. is always connected to its true nature, which is that spaciousness, that space. So connect to that space in everything and everywhere. Science even knows now that 99.99% of everything is just pure space. So even the space around you, your body, everything, every cell of your body is pure space. Connect to that space, feel it. Feel your body as pure space. Every thought, every emotion you've ever had, maybe they felt dense, but the essence, the core essence is just pure space. So feel this sense, connect to that space in the deepest sense, allowing your awareness to drop into that spaciousness of your heart, the spaciousness of your mind, and even deeper in the spaciousness of your being. Now rest here. Okay, so you can continue here, but for the purpose of this meditation, we will slowly come out. So the way we come out is that we are going to connect the inner and the outer world in a way that you can stay connected to that stillness of your body, silence of the speech, and spaciousness of your mind. So you can flutter your eyes open, like really only 1/10. And when you do that, it's very important to not put any meaning on what your eyes are seeing. So it's just a display of space and light. It's just a shape and form of the dream. And you are connected to that inner source continuously. So slowly, you're going to open your eyes very slowly, but not as losing your energy through your eyes and then giving all your power away to whatever you're seeing. Really as you are completely connected to that source inside, and try to repeat, like even just you can put your waker on it or your phone, like every hour or half an hour, boom, a reminder, like boom, you go back in that source being, that state of source being. And when you really become a master, you will be able to connect to this source all the time, even in the most challenging situations, not losing your power to the outside, but really coming from that place of source of stillness inside. Your words will be different. Your intentions will be different. You will be coming from a different place. But anyway, we will go more into that next time. So, yay. Beautiful. Thank you, everyone. This is amazing. Can you imagine if like thousands of people will do this? How it will completely change our reality so fast, so direct, so easily.